Now what this does is it lists for us and it shows us here's every page on our website. Okay, and this is just a small site, like I said, just getting started. But it's showing us every web page. So inside of the web page, there is some information that those spiders want. When they actually wander your website, they have to actually go in and load every page and tear it apart to find what they're looking for. What we want to do is we want to have it all ready for them and ready for the software package that works under the covers, our Sitemap software, so that it can just grab all of the information and hand it to the spider when it comes to index your site. Okay, so let's go look at one of these pages. But if you can see here, I've got some problems. Okay, the important thing, and if you take our training on search engine optimization, the number one top most important thing that you can do on your web page to get good ranking is your page title. Okay, you've got to have a page title set up, and you've got to have your keywords in the page title. That is the most important thing you can do for search engine optimization. Well, if I look down this list of pages that are on this website that I'm looking at, you can see that it gives me a red X by the title, all the titles. What this does is it looks at every page and it tells me, have I got, maybe it's not good, but have I at least got a title? Have I got a description? Have I got my keywords? Have I got a sitemap turned on? Have I got robot instructions in there? Okay, so you can see from this, the most important page I want to work on is my index page. So let's come down here to the index page, and we'll actually go in and we'll prepare that page. Okay, so look here at my index page. Here we are. No title, red X. Oops, I definitely don't want to submit that to Google just yet. A description. Oops, red X. Keywords, red X. Okay, so I need to fix this up. I need to get this information in there so when the spiders come, it's all ready to go. And what I'm going to show you on this one page, you want to do to all of your pages on your website so you're ready to serve it up to Google. Okay, so let's look. I need to make sure that I've got all of these in the green. I've got titles and everything. And not only do we want the information there, we'd like to have good information so we can do better. But okay, and these pieces of information are contained in two files in EZNet Tools. They're in our meta tags file and in our page option file. Okay, so let's go look at this. First, we'll pop open the meta tags. Let me just pull that window over so you can see it. And as you can see, there is no title, there's no information there. So it would be stupid for me to submit this to Google until I have it there. So let's type some in, okay? This particular website is for a website that does T-shirt printing, custom screen printing, okay? So and we have another webinar that's just on keywords and how to select your keywords. So, okay, I'm going to pull one off the top of my head for now, but if I were really to do this right, I would go and watch that training and make sure that I went through that process so I had selected really good keywords, okay? This website is for custom screen printing, so I'm just going to use custom screen printing as my main keyword, but I got to spell it right. Okay, still didn't spell it right. Got to be able to type, don't I? Okay, so that's a good keyword. Let's do another one. So we first of all decide what our keywords are, then we create the other things with them in. Screen printing. Okay, that's good enough to get us started. Anyway, okay, so now I want to create a title that has my keywords in it. Okay, so let's come up with a title. And I could do a title as simple as okay. Again, you got to be able to type, right? Okay, custom screen printing. So now I've got my main keyword in there. So now let's think about that just a little bit more. Now, if I wanted this page to appear much better, I may want to do some local by including a local keyword. Okay, Rexburg is the town. So custom screen printing. Okay, custom screen printing, Rexburg, Idaho. Okay, that's probably good enough for a title for now. Okay, so now I've got my keyword in my title. Remember, that's the #1 most important thing you can do for search engine optimization. And also, if you have a keyword in there, it's nice to have the keyword toward the beginning of the title. The closer to the beginning, you'll get a little extra zing by having the keyword at the front of your title. Okay, now let's write some kind of a description up here using these same keywords. Okay, so I'll see how creative I am today. Okay, the description is also important. And it's telling me that I misspelled the word. Well, I can't type. You know, you ever try typing in front of a bunch of people? You see what happens. The fingers just turn into rubber and they go the wrong way. Okay, Search for You provides custom screen printing. Let's see, I want to get t-shirts in here somehow. Search for You provides custom screen printing. Custom t-shirt printing. Custom. Okay, custom or t-shirt. Custom t-shirt screen printing. Search for You provides custom screen printing. Okay. Well, we'll work on that later. Anyway, you would want to write your title up and have a good title in there. Okay, that's enough to get us started. It gets us in there. But you need to go through every page on your system, okay, and enter in a title and a description and your keywords so that you're ready to go. Okay, now let's look down the page here and see if there's anything else that we need to put in. Okay, as I come down the page here, we go down the page, nothing critically important. Okay, okay, down here at the very bottom, here's this one. This is very important. Robots. Okay, that's the spider, the bot, the robot. We need to tell it what we want it to do. Now this is our index page. And so I have some choices here. Don't use, index follow, index no follow, no index follow, and no index no follow. Okay, so let's talk about each one of these. Don't use, your first thought is, oh, that means the spider don't use this page, but that's not what it's telling it. Okay, this is telling the spider not to use this information. So just do whatever you want to do. So that would be telling the spider just to ignore the robot's information. Okay, so we don't want to do that. We want to tell the robot what to do. The next one down says index this page. Here's my instructions for you, Mr. Spider. Index this page and then follow each of the links on the page and index those pages and do whatever the instructions are on those pages. Okay. Now, if I was doing, say, for example, a links page, say I had a links page to a whole bunch of other websites on the system, I may want to do index this page, but don't follow the links. Okay, and you can do it or not, but that might be an example of why you might not want it to go on to the other links on that, an index page, on a links page. Okay. Now you could have it, I don't know why you'd ever want to do this, but you could have it, don't index this page, but follow the links on it. Okay, so keep on crawling. Ignore me. This one is ignore me and keep on crawling. Okay, the next one down is don't index this page and don't follow any of the links on it. Okay, and sometimes you'll have a page that you don't really want in the search engine, and so you can click that, and it should follow your directions. Okay, so but what we want it to be, in 99.9% of the time, you're going to want to set that to index and follow. Okay, so now we submit that. And when it refreshes our page, look down here, voila, Jiffy Skippy. Now I'm all in the green, okay? Those aren't super duper wonderful titles and everything, but they will get us by for today, okay? Now let's look over here at the priority. All of these are at the default, which is just, you know, regular old normal priority. This page is my main page on my website. So when that spider comes here, I want to tell it that this page is really important. So let's go down here and click on Page Options. And as we look through our page options, we can come down here and we can pick up some things. Okay, first of all, here it is in Sitemap, Search Engine Sitemap. And this controls the EZ Tools software. So we've got Sitemap selected. Okay, so the EZ Tools Sitemap software is going to serve this up to the spider when it comes. So that's important, and the default is clicked on. If you had a page that you didn't want Google to index, you'd click on it on the other page and say don't index, but there's no reason to give it to it. It's like, oh, here's a nice juicy hamburger, but don't eat it. You know, that sort of doesn't make too much sense. So if you really don't want your page indexed, come into here and unclick this button, so that our software does not serve it up to the spider. But in most cases, you're going to want to make sure that that's checked so that it creates the sitemap and gives it to the spider when it comes here. Since this is an index page, we want to make sure that it's set to high priority. And, you know, if we're making a lot of changes to our website, we may want to tell it, you know, you need to come back and check us out a little more often. Okay. So let's set this up that I'm going to change this page weekly, okay? So that way, and I don't know that it pays a whole lot of attention to this. What I see is typically when we've got a sitemap set up, the spider will come about once every week, once in a week and a half. It just sort of depends, but supposedly this may have some influence over how often the spider comes back to your site. Because if you're changing it and making modifications to it, you can try to influence the spider to come back and re-index your site on a more common basis. Now, just when the spider indexes your site, just a point here, okay, it may index your site. It may come out and crawl it and may come and get the information. That doesn't mean that the information is going to be instantly in Google's database. They've spread their database out all over Kingdom Come, okay, and so it takes a little time for that information to disseminate out to their database so the information can get there. But at least we want to get the spider coming back to the website often so that it cuts down the amount of time that it takes to get that information there.